Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, and today I am taking a look at the Lotus DLC. There is also the garage customization thing that has turned up, but I don't know anything about what that one is supposed to do yet, so I may be able to find out a bit about that, but that's the one that is readily available to everybody. The one that I am here to look at really is the Lotus DLC, which is not out for another few days. It's not out until the 5th of March. I have been fortunate enough to receive a free early copy, and so I'm going to try and find the two Lotus vehicles, and we're going to take a look at them in here. Now, this one here was actually a job that we were looking at. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say finish order. Do you want to mark the yes, I want to do that. I'll just get rid of that one like that. And then this one over here, I'm actually going to move this one to the garage so that this one is out of the way, and we'll deal with that one later. Move car to parking. There we go. Right, and we've got our Bentley over here. That one right there is what we were playing with previously, but we're not going to worry about that one today either. Nope, today we are after the two new cars. There's two Lotus cars that are now around. So I want to go car salon over here. So the car sales place, and we'll take a look in here first and see if there is one of them in here. If it's not in here, then we're going to go and look elsewhere. We will go to the auctions and to the junkyard, see if we can find any there. Well, that's not a Lotus. That's definitely not a Lotus. If we go to buy car right there, that is a Mayan M8. But if we go over this way, it's not that one. Is that the Lotus? I don't know what this car is. I have no clue. I don't know anything about cars. So I certainly wouldn't be able to recognize it. Unless, is there a symbol on the front? Again, I have no clue. It doesn't say on there either. So if we just go onto here and we go to buy car, this is the Royale GTR. I don't think that's it. That's not the Lotus. Okay. Like I said, I really don't have a clue what I'm looking for. So let's return to garage and I'll try the auctions and the junkyard. We have one here. This is the Catagirl right here. We don't want that one, so we'll go through that one. And then we've got the Mio Veni Ura. We don't want that one either. Nope, we want to go on to the next one. Come on, hurry up. The Bolthorn Grand Mojave. Mojave? Mojave? I have no idea. Next one. It's not the Piccolo either. The Piccolo is not the sort of car. There we go. This is the classic one. This is the Lotus Esprit S1. This is the classic one. So we will start auction. Raise. Nice bit of you. Yep, raise again. All the way up. All the way up. Okay, there's some very enthusiastic bidders here. I'm not doing anything. Stop! Let me have a go. There we go. Oh, they're still going up. 12,000. Starting price at 4,500. There's some people here that want this one. Highest bidder, number 4. No, you will not have this car. I will have this car at $15,600. It is ours. So we're going to tick that one there, and it is going to go to our garage. So next up, no, I don't want either of those. So we will quit. I now need the new version of the Lotus. That is the last one. I want both of them. I want to put them both in the garage and we'll take a look at them. We'll try driving them around. We'll try just getting them running and then we'll sort of see what we can do. I'm going to go to the junkyard, and I very much doubt, though, there is a brand new one in the junkyard. There is our Lotus. Here it is. Looking glorious. Looking very snazzy. Looking actually pretty cool. Let's take a look. Car status, 37%. There's lots of 37s. It's not in very good condition. That's alright, we don't mind about that. We won't actually be doing a full restoration job today. That's not the purpose today. The purpose today is to just explore the two vehicles. $250 to go to the junkyard, and $100 to go to the auctions. Is very expensive doing anything in this game. It really is. Just going to the auctions, $100. Even if you don't buy anything, it's still setting you back $100. That does seem to be a little bit excessive, to my mind. Just a smidgen. Right, what are you? Buy car. You are a Dodge Challenger. See, I told you I don't know cars. Right, that's not the Lotus. Is that a Lotus? No, that's not a Lotus. That is not a Lotus. I very much doubt that we're going to find one of the brand new ones here in the junkyard, though. I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm looking around here. We go for a little trot over this way. So there's one there, and yeah, that's another vehicle. We don't want that one either. What is this? What is this right here? This is not the one that we want. This is a Sakura GT20 in rather poor condition. No, we don't want to buy that one. I thought it might have been the Lotus. For a moment, for one glorious moment, I thought we may have actually found the Lotus. Now, what do we got in here? Is there anything to do with Lotus in this bit? Mayen, we got camshafts, we've got seats, we've got nothing that I want. Right, let's ignore the rest of it. So, that's junk. There's more junk. Didn't I just come that way? Pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. I came round this way. I'm lost in the junkyard. Okay, there's nothing here. There's no vehicle. We're not going to find what we want in this one. There is another Lotus Esprit there, but there isn't the new Lotus that I want. So we'll have to quit and we'll try again. There it is. There it is. Down there, Lotus Elise S1. That's the one that we want. These Bentley Continentals. You remember it took us ages to find one? That's like the fourth one I found. I have been to these auctions quite a few times now. DC Typhoon. That does actually look pretty good. No, I'm not going to buy it. I think you can only buy one vehicle at a time when you're at the auctions. I don't actually remember what happened when we finished the last auction, but there is the Chieftain Bandit. The Jeep Wrangler is the next one up that we don't want. And then that's actually one that we've not actually restored yet. So I might actually do that one. I think I might do that in my own time. But here it is! The Lotus Elise S1, $3,690. Start auction. Oh. Right, I'm just gonna keep going as soon as it goes, I will raise the auction. Yeah, we're way up now. Just literally as soon as it does, I'll do it again. I'm hoping to scare off. I'm doing it so eagerly. I'm hoping it'll scare off the competition. That's the idea here. Sometimes it works when you go to an auction. Sometimes it doesn't. Right, we want to take that one to the garage, and then we go home. So yeah, you can only buy one car at a time. Oh no, you can. You can buy more. No, I don't actually want to buy any more. I want to go back to the garage. So we've got both of our Lotus vehicles there at the garage now. This is absolutely awesome. This is what we were waiting for. So we can take a look at them. Now, if they drove onto the stage in the auction, it stands to reason that we should be able to go and give them a little test drive immediately. Without any hesitation, without having to wait for anything. We can just go and we can test drive them. So let's take a look. There is the Lotus Esprit, and there is the Lotus Elise. That one actually looks pretty cool. You know what? I could honestly see my wife driving that vehicle. I could buy that car, and I could give that to my wife. And she would drive that one around. And then I probably wouldn't want to drive that one, to be honest. That's not really my tastes. But yes, it does look very cool, but it's definitely not the sort of vehicle that I want. This looks like it's got an engine in the back rather than the front. If you look at the front, it doesn't look like there's a lot of room in there for an engine. If I click that, yeah, see, there's there's cooling in the front. There is cooling. We do at least have that. Let's take this one over here first. I'm going to take this to the speed track. I want to go. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go to this one here, and we're going to go speed track up here. And we are going to try first the Lotus 8 no oil in engine. Seriously? Alright, let me forget that. We'll forget that. We'll move you over to, let me go to move car to the second lifter. And I will, have you got oil in your engine? Rear clamshell. What is that? I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to move you to the third car lifter C. And then we're going to come over here, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to lift the hood. Oh, okay, so the hood goes the wrong. There's no engine. There is no engine! No wonder it doesn't have any oil. Let's try having a look in the back. Why would you do it like this? Oh, there's the engine cover. You'll do that. There we go. We found it! Nailed it. I knew it was here all along. I really did. I know all about cars, as you can tell. That's how I knew that I would find the engine in the boot, because that's obviously where you would find the engine. Right, let's fill it up with oil. I'm hoping that everything else on this one is actually all tickety-boo and in good working condition. If it's not, then we might be in trouble. Right, we'll stop there. I think it's probably enough. Come out of you. Now, where is the dipstick? Where is the dipstick? Where is it? Don't say behind the driver's wheel. That's an old joke, that is, and it's not even the right car for it. There we go, oil dipstick. Good enough. There's enough in there for me. We don't need to be excessive with the oil. Now, if I put, I need to go like that, and I need to go to assemble mode, and we need to put the engine cover back on. There we go. Put that one back. Close the trunk window down. I'm clicking to use that trunk. Click to use. Well, I'm clicking to use. There. Right. Okay. It's all okay. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. We'll lift that one up, and we got a clamshell here. I don't know what a clamshell is for. Let's just check the oil on this bad boy right here. Now, you don't have it? Why are they all coming back with no oil? This makes no sense. This is absolutely ludicrous. Why would you be sending them out of the auction with no oil? I really don't get it. It makes literally no sense to me. Doesn't matter. We'll just put that in there, and that's probably enough. Okay. Oil done. Now, let's just check the dipstick right here. And, yeah, that's fine. Nailed it. Okay, come off of there and then put the trunk down. Right. We have two vehicles here, and we're going to go off to the speed track. Now, this time, can we actually go to the speed track? So we want to take the Lotus Esprit S1 first. This is the first one that we're going to take. We're going to test it out here on the speed track, and we're going to see what it's like. And then after we've done the speed track testing, we test them both here on the speed track. I'm going to come out so that we can take a look at it. I want to go to this view. The car does actually look pretty good. That one does. It does look pretty good. So let's see. Top speeds, and are we ready? Okay, it takes a while to build up the speed. And we are away. So, 3 seconds for 0 to 50. 0 to 100. 9 seconds. It's not the fastest of cars, is it? It's, I don't think that it's actually going to reach 200k. I don't think it's going... Oh, yeah, no, it's not. It's up to 147. 147k? 49, we're up to 150k. It's at 30 seconds now. This is, it's taking its sweet time. Starting to rock around a bit. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Starting to look like... I'm wondering if maybe it does actually need a bit of work. I suspect that if we... There we go. Right, so 3 seconds 0 to 50, 9 seconds 0 to 100, and it got to about 165k. It's not the speediest, but I suspect it's partly to do with the fact that it's in not over great condition. If it was in better condition, then maybe we could do more with it. But that'll be all right. We will put it up on a stand in a minute, and we'll take a look at it and see what else it's sort of just have a little look at the engine and see if there's any like noticeable differences. So we'll go to that one. So now we want the Lotus Elise S1. This is the next one that we're going to test. Now the last one was 0 to 50 in 3 seconds, and then it was 0 to 100 in 9 seconds, and then it was able to do no more. This one here, it does look quite shiny. Again, it's quite slow on the acceleration through the engine, at least. 5 seconds, 0 to 50. I think that maybe the poor quality of the vehicle itself has got a lot to do with this. And I think maybe if the vehicle had some work done on it, it might perform a little better than 20 seconds, 19.9, 20 seconds, 0 to 100. I'm pretty sure I could do better than that with a wheelbarrow. I'm pretty sure I could. I'm pretty certain if I had a wheelbarrow, I could do better than that. Right, you know what? Nailed it. Look at that. Brakes test. Brakes test. There we go. Right, I've had enough of this. Return to garage. Okay, so that one is utterly useless. It's not doing anything at all. Really, we need to do a full strip down and rebuild on both of them, to be honest. If we did full strip down, rebuild, then maybe we could get somewhere. I'm curious, if we go and look at the vehicles now, is it going to actually show us any more from the car statuses in that? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. Well, all of that is in tip-top condition on that one. What about you? Let's take a look at you. Car status. This one is not in tip-top condition. This one is in decidedly poorer condition. But anyway, I'm going to raise it up on the car lift, and I'm also going to raise this one up on the car lift as well, before I start stripping any bits off of it. Now, there is the garage customization thing, and I didn't even know this was here. I didn't know this was a thing. I don't know what the garage customization does, but I'm going to go... Actually, I want to go... we want to have a look at the shop here. What does this do? Community cars, body tuning shop. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. We got the body tuning shop in there. Quickly access the workshop computer. We got settings, photo mode, no orders, inventory, parts, notes. No, I don't want that. So what does the garage customization do? I haven't actually paid any attention at all. I wasn't sort of focusing on that. I was looking at what we would do with the other bits. Let's take a look in here. What have we got? Have I got all the bits left over? I do. All of the Bentley bits, I've got them all left over here. Look at them. Millions of them. Hundreds of millions of them. So if I'll sell all. You sure you want to sell all your parts? Yes, I do. 230 was that's given us 5,900 there. I got a load of barn locations. I'm going to ignore those. Right. So now we can go and start taking a look at this. Let's whip some of these bits off, shall we? We want to go here. We want to go to assemble. I actually don't want to go into that. I want to go into... I guess I just... it said press and hold to take the part off. It's not working. Why aren't you working? Okay, I broke it. Sorry, I broke it. Normal mode. Oh, that's why. I was in assemble mode and it shouldn't have been. It stayed in there. It doesn't normally stay in there. Rear license plate. We can take off the tail lights. Wonder how quickly I can... I want to strip off all of the outside of this vehicle a minute, and we'll sort of do some stuff with that. Take out the engine cover as well, and there. Have we got anything else here? Right, the whole door can come off. Front left seat there. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to be in the car. I just want to dismantle the car. Interior disassemble. That one and that one over there, and it doesn't even have a... What use is a car that doesn't have a back seat? I mean, seriously, come on, people. That's not very practical at all, is it? Where are you going to put your toolbox and your dinner bag and things like that? I'm guessing that people who drive around in vehicles like this don't actually have a need for toolboxes and dinner bags. Just because, yeah. Maybe some of them do. Maybe some of them do. Maybe I'm making generalizations here that I shouldn't be. I'm often guilty of making generalizations that I shouldn't. So I apologize if you've been generalized and you feel offended. There's not a lot else that I can do about it, though. Right. Oh, there's a rear window. Where did that one go? Oh, it's inside. Ah. I see. Right. It's right in there. Okay, so I've taken all of those bits off. There's all the body work has come off of that one. So let's see what this one does. We've got the rear clamshell there. Ooh. I want to drive it round like this. Yeah, if we strip everything off, can we get then and take the front off? That's more like it. Yes. Take you off. Take off the door. And you as well. Can I take this vehicle out for a little Sunday afternoon drive like this? I don't want to do that. I want to go to the main gate, and then I want to go, not the off-road track. Let's just go to the test track and see what it does here. I want this one. It's going to let me. Please don't put the stuff back on. Please don't put the stuff back on. I'm begging you. I'm down on my knees and I'm begging. It hasn't. Look at this. There is our view. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, yes, it's pretty poor still. this acceleration test. Get out and push. I've taken off some of the weight. I removed some of the weight on the vehicle. Surely that should have helped. Apparently not. Apparently that hasn't helped at all. We can slalom. Slalom. Go on, you can do it. Go on, chicane, slalom, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what it's called. Is it chicane? Is it slalom? Could be either. Handling is terrible on this thing. You'd have thought that it'd be a bit better with the less. Well, I suppose weight does sometimes help. Let's go over here. Suspension test. Nailed it. Oh, look at that thing. Look at him go. Look at him go. On round brakes test next. This is where we find out that the brakes don't actually exist at all. And yeah, we're literally taking our life. No, not that way. Okay. Brakes work pretty good when you use a lamppost as one of your brakes. That does actually help. So let's just bring this one on round here. Okay, I love this car. I'm loving the look of this car. Look at it. Oh, that is fantastic. Right, and stop. Brakes were pretty good. We've examined a number of parts, and they're all in fairly poor condition. There's not a lot else that we can say about that. We knew that they were all in poor condition. So let's go over to this one now, and we will see how quickly we can... I want to do a strip down. That's what I'm going to do on this car next. The aim now is to do a strip down as rapidly as we possibly can. So we're going to take this one over here. We're going to lift it up into the air, and we're going to strip everything out from this car as quickly as we can. Oh, the exhaust is right there. There's the exhaust. Let's go to that one from engine bay. All right, standard. Why is it only a standard tire? It should be a sports tire of some kind. Some of those 25,000, 50 million, gazillion, trillion pound tires. You know the really expensive ones that we've used previously that cost us an absolute fortune. It was obscene how much they cost us. It really was. I'm going to there, rear drive axle, take you out. And then there is a wheel hub bearing in there. I remember some of these bits. Even though I haven't played for a couple of weeks, I still remember some of the bits. So we take off that one there, and then we want the upper suspension arm. We can whip that one out like that, and there's another bolt somewhere. There it is. Nailed it. And we've got the double wishbone shock absorber there. And we've got the bottom one down here. We can take that out, and that one over there. And then we can go with the knuckle housing like that. Right, there's all of that bit done. This is accessible from the engine bay, and so is that bit up there. I want to go over to this tyre. We'll do this side as well. We'll whip these off. We won't be able... We're not going to have time to do a full rebuild. We're just going to strip it off and sort of take a look at the vehicle. Some of the bits, if there's anything unusual about it as we sort of work our way down into the depths of the car. I kind of figure that this might be a bit more of an interesting way to do it. And we go into there. And we take off that wheel hub there. Strip it through. Right, so far, it's looking fairly standard. I mean, we've seen, like, the double wishbones and stuff like that before. It's not like we've got this whole different kind of engine like we did with the Bentley. That was a huge, monstrous 12-cylinder engine in that thing that, quite frankly, was scary. It was very, very time-consuming. It was scary, and I didn't like it. Right, so we've got this one over here. There should be a drive shaft underneath it somewhere so that it will join the two together. We'll zoom in a little bit. I'm assuming there's some sort of drive shaft onto this one. So we take those off of there, and then the wheel hub cap. What do we got? The brake disc ventilated there, and then the wheel hub bearing, and then take you off of there. No, there's no drive shaft, because it's only a rear wheel drive, isn't it? So, of course, there's no drive shaft. We've got nothing like that. Nothing to worry about like that. So we take that one off of there, and then we can take off the upper suspension arm. Double wishbones on all four wheels on this one. I think, is that unusual? I think that is unusual. I don't remember seeing double wishbones on any of the other vehicles that we've done. So maybe it is, or maybe it isn't. I don't actually know. This is just guesswork from me at this point. But we'll whip that one out there. And it's the engine itself, I suspect, might have some slight differences. Let's just, we'll pull that one through. So we've got that over there. The radiator up there is from the engine bay. So I'll take off this wheel here. Down the way through like that, and there, right, and we'll take off the brake cylinder there. And last time I was playing this, when I was doing our Bentley over there and I was putting it together, I ended up putting a couple of the wheels on the wrong way round, and I didn't know why they had to be a set way round, and it's to do with the air flowing through the wheel being directed onto the brakes or something for cooling. I didn't really quite understand it, but it seemed to make sense. The people who told me, they seem to know what they were talking about, so I'm going to take their word for it. Because, yeah, I'm still the sort of person that goes to the car, not the dealership, to the parts dealership, When you want to ask for a part for something, normally I take my car to the garage. I just take it to the garage, and then the person at the garage deals with it. He's absolutely brilliant. Mike, he's called. And Mike is absolutely awesome. He really knows his stuff. He knows all the cars inside and out. I don't think there is anything he doesn't know about cars. He's a genuine legend. He's awesome. However, when I take... What am I doing? I'm climbing up on toolbox. When I take a car, if say my dad was working on my car for me, and I needed a bit of work done to the car, I would have to possibly go and get some bits. So I would go into you go into the dealership where you get the parts. You need the brakes. You say, I need some brake pads for my car. Say, what sort of car have you got? And so I'm the sort of person that will look them in the eye and without any irony or a hint of a joke say, a purple one. I have a purple car. That is what I've got. It's purple. And then they look at you. And they don't look at you too hard because they don't want you to sort of realise that they're looking at you. But I know that look. I've seen that look because I've given that look to people when I've been doing other jobs. And it's like, oh, one of you. I could sell you my dog's dinner bowl and you wouldn't know the difference, you moron. Do not darken my shop again. But before you go, give me money. And then they look out the door and they see the car that I've got. But that is what I do. I actually do that. I've gone in there and I've said it, and they give you that look. I do like accessible from engine bay. I am in the... Oh no, I'm not in the engine bay. Aren't I? I thought I am in the engine bay. Look, I'm in the engine... What is that on the floor? Somebody's not been cleaning up after themselves. I am in the engine bay. I need to go like that to engine, I guess, and then... Right, now it comes off. How was I not in the engine bay before? It makes no sense. Right, so I've taken the exhaust pipe off. Then I want to lift this one up and I need to get that gearbox off. That's got to be the next thing that we do. That one right there. That bad boy there. Right, oh, I got to get you of this engine bay. Seriously. Let's just put that one down. And then we can come back over here. Go to engine, because otherwise it doesn't think that you're in the engine bay. And we take that one off. And we take that one off. Right. Now we're making some progress. Then we come over here and we lift it back up again. Then we go back underneath. And we could probably just be doing this by hand. You know, this thing's not very heavy. It doesn't look very heavy at all. And we take the gearbox off. That's a very strange looking gearbox. The way... Sort of a wraparound gearbox. I've never seen one like that before. Fuel tank. Let's take that one off. There's got to have a fuel pump in there somewhere. There it is. Sideways fuel tank. Okay, that's different. Definitely different. So there we go. We can drop it down for the final time. There we go. And we want you. Engine crane. Move equipment. We're going to put you into car lifter C. Like that. Wrong end. Wrong end. Pull engine out. Drain the oil. That would probably be a good idea. Okay. Lift it back up again. Like that. Lift you back up again. Didn't it used to just let you do it without draining the oil? I'm gonna drain the oil from both of them, by the way. Move equipment under car lifter C. And we go over here. And then we will go into here and we will use the equipment. There it is. All that oil that we just put in there to go to the test track and find out that it does 0 to 100 in 20 seconds flat. Pretty impressive. It is pretty impressive. Right, we're going to put you over to car lifter B. And then we're going to go here and we're going to use equipment. Let that one drain out. You, on the other hand, we can drop you back down. And finally, we can take this engine out. I want to get it over onto the stand and just take a wee look at it. That's all I want to do. Nope. I gotta wait until it dropped full weight. There we go, pull engine out. At last! We have made some progress. So the engine is out, so now we can put it onto the engine stand. We can add engine into crate. There it is. There it is in all its glory. Let's go to the engine. Right, we've got an oil pan on the top. Well, it's actually on the bottom, technically. We've got it upside down. So we'll rip that one off there. I'm going to take these rod caps off, just because it's easy. Now, this is only a 4-cylinder engine, I think. So it should actually be easy. It's not like the 60 million cylinder engine that we did last time, which took us it was a little bit time consuming to get through all 60 million pistons. But eventually we did it. And we also did, all the rod caps and the rods and the pushers and I don't remember any of the other words. So there's other technical words in there somewhere that sort of indicate that you know what you're talking about when it comes to vehicles. I was supposed to take this off before. We weren't supposed to have that on there on the stand because it just doesn't seem right to be able to do this while the stand is over the top of it. However, beggars can't be choosers, and we've got it stuck on here now, so we will do it like this. And there's the flywheel. Right, that one's all in position. The crankshaft is not ready to come off yet. We have an oil filter there. We can remove a front exhaust section. Exhaust manifold. The exhaust on this car is very short. It does have that going for it. It is a very short exhaust. I'll tell you what, let's come out of here. Let's turn this, let's flip this one over. We go to the engine stand. We'll rotate right, and we'll... Seriously? What is wrong with you? Right, now we got it right. Okay, so we can put this on here, and we'll come up over the top. Throttle is over here. This is an i4 throttle. We've seen one of those before. An intake manifold. What do we got in here? There's a fuel rail in there, and then we've got an intake manifold that we can take off across there. It's quite a tall engine block on this one, really, isn't it? It does look different to some of the others. Nope, I can't take that one off. I see. Ignition wires cover. Okay, that's a bit fancy. There's the engine, the ignition wires on there, and then I can remove the cover like that, so we can go through, and we can take off all of those. And we'll go up through this way. We'll take all of these off as well. Oh, there's one up there. Nearly forgot that one. Right, so now we've got all of this bit in here. Spark plug. Another spark plug. There's one up there. And then there should be one back down here as well. There we go. Right, nailed it. Camshaft. I can't do that. We got to go over this side. And then we go to the timing cover. So we could take this one off here. So timing cover front... What's it called? We'll see in a minute. Timing cover front A. Right. Now where? Idler roller. That one can come out. Next up, timing cover front B, but I can't do that one until I've removed the idler roller. Idler roller first, then the serpentine belt. I guess it's more difficult for people who actually have to do this in real life because you don't have the little green lines showing up around which item needs to come off next. That might be a little bit more confusing. Even more so when it comes to putting the stuff back on again. If I didn't have all the green outlines and stuff and the blue outlines, I don't think I'd be able to do it. So... yeah, well done for learning where all the bits go without actually needing the green lines on it, because I genuinely don't think I'd be able to do it without these green lines. It's hard. It's hard enough taking it apart. Putting it back together again would be next to impossible for me. We got that cam gear. We got that one up there. Is there anything? Right. This is all engine block. This is a big old engine block. This is a big old brute of an engine block. Right. We got that up there. So then we got camshaft. That one? No. I got this one here. Timing cover. I've got the back of the timing cover. It's got to come off. Next, I've got to have... there's that bit there. Ignition coil. I knew that. The ignition coil has obviously got to come off before you can take the camshaft with bearings. What is all this? Okay, there's a lot of bolts. This is new. This is definitely different. This is not something we have seen previously. Let's just do that one there. That was camshaft with bearing. So what's this? That's the camshaft as well, isn't it? I think it is. Right, then we've got an engine head. Oh, there's all of that as well. This is a very, very tall engine, isn't it? Look at it. Way up in the sky. All of that one through there, and the last bit there. There we go. And then once you've done that bit, then we got the piston with Conrad there. Piston with Conrad, I called it the first time. I still think piston with Conrad would actually sound better. I really do. Right, we got piston there, and then piston with Conrad there. I think that's it. I just now need to take out that one there. Camshaft. That is done. And then we have the engine block, I4D. All done. Nailed it. Nailed it. All done. All finished. Right, that one is that one. And I'm just going to look in here, and then if we sort of go down through... So you got all of this stuff with Lotus on it, is Lotus stuff, obviously. But all of the engine bits, it doesn't actually look like that. Well, you got that bit there, you got the gearbox, the I4D, that is Lotus. Rear exhaust section, Elise, there, that's Lotus as well. You've got the oil pan. And some of the exhaust bits here as well. It's got some Lotus, and then the ignition wires, intake manifolds, timing covers. That's all the timing stuff. That's... Lotus as well. So there are quite a few exclusive engine parts that have been added into the game as well, which is, again, is pretty cool. I do like that. I'm not going to bother taking that one apart. We have now seen a vehicle stripped down. I am going to go straight into the shop a minute, and there is one thing that we're going to look at. I want to go in here and I4E. Right, so we got there's a Lotus part there. I just want to see if we've got any particular. If I go I4 like that, what's that going to give us? Is that going to give us a load of Lotus parts? Yeah, we got I4D, and so yeah, there's a few of these that have got the Lotus symbol on them. Camshaft with bearings there, camshaft there. I'm guessing that one of those is for one of the vehicles and one for the other. And then you've got these big engine blocks here. Massive, huge, great big engine blocks there. Those two, those are Lotus ones. Engine heads there. That must be, that one there must be for the other Lotus, not the one that we've just taken that one off. So I'm guessing that one there is for the Lotus Esprit. And we look down through, so you've got some various exhaust bits and pieces. You've got two gearboxes. You've got a long gearbox there, and then you've got that wraparound one there for the smaller car. Is there any other bits? There's some belts, and then you've got these timing covers over here. They're all in like little tiny bits. So yeah, there is quite a few different bits there in here for the Lotus, which I thought you might find quite interesting. And then we'll go and take a look at let's just take a look at the interior shop. Is there anything here exclusively for the Lotus? I don't know if it actually says Lotus, although I don't know what it's going to say either. We got the Jeep one there. Oh, that actually says Jeep as well. So I'm looking down. You got Bosto Navi, and I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it's just a make. I'm assuming that's a make. Now I'm looking. I don't see the Lotus symbol. We got. Oh, there we go. So we got the Bentley ones there. Those are the really posh ones, and then we got these two Lotus ones here. So there's like a deep bucket seat, and there's a taller seat there. I'm thinking that one there is for the sports car, with the new sports car, and that one there is for the classic sports car. And there is also steering wheels as well. The Lotus symbol proudly in the middle. Plus, you got another one. I don't know if there's actually is that Lotus in there as well? Not quite sure. That's the Esprit, and then yeah, the Esprit is the older one, isn't it? So that is the various bits and pieces in the shop. We have tested them out on the track. There's one more thing that we will do. We will take one last look at the salon over here and see if there is a brand new one for sale. I don't think we're going to be lucky on that one, though. All that time, I was looking for Bentley, and I couldn't find one at all. There's a brand shiny new one here for $475,000, $500,000 right there. I don't have $500,000. I got $237,000. I don't have enough money to buy it. There's another one over here for another $475,000. Obscene. Utterly, totally obscene. But yeah, they're brand new and they're all ready to go. But we don't want those. That's not what we're after. What are you? I don't even know what you are. You're shiny. Are you a Mazda? What does that say? I think this is a Mazda. An FMW Roadster. Is that a Mazda? Anybody? I haven't got a clue. I really don't know. But these cars are hideously expensive and perhaps a little bit out of our price range. We will take one more look in the salon. I want to see if it's going to give us a decent lot this time. What is that? I don't know, but it's very small. I don't know what that is. It's not what we want. That's not what we want. None of these are what we want. Is that Piccolo thing? It's a Piccolo. I don't want a Piccolo. Look at that thing. Look. Actually, I'm tempted to buy it now just because I want to see what it does on the track. $82,000. It's a little bit expensive. And what is this? I don't know. It actually looks beefy. That does look beefy. What are you? What are you, car? You're a Salem Spectre. I don't know what make of car that is. How much was it? I didn't. $250,000. That's a little bit expensive. We don't have a spare $250,000. Right? It doesn't look like we're going to be able to find one of those today. So we won't actually worry about it. Let's go back to the garage. So there you have the wonderful new Lotus expansion. It does actually look pretty good. These cars do look good. Might be able to do another... What do we got in here? Oh, is that... No, oh no. That's just suspension and stuff still. Battery charger. I don't care about you. Welder. Click to use. Move equipment. And I'm going to put you over next to car left to C. I'm going to bring you over here, welder, and use equipment $1,000 to repair the Lotus Elise. But now look at it. Shiny. It's looking shiny. Let's go. Oh, there's a rear window on there to take off. I didn't take that one off. Let me do that. There we go. Bye-bye. And let me go to car status. $3,250. Little bit less than what we paid for it. Just a smidgen. However, the frame condition and the interior condition are now up to 100%. They're looking pretty good. Global body condition is not great. At just 28%. That might be because most of the bits are not on it at the moment. That can sometimes have an impact. But anyway, that is the Lotus expansion, and that is what you have got coming on the 5th of March. I think it's actually pretty good. I do like these cars. They're simple. They fit in quite nicely with everything else, and you've got some rather unique looking cars compared to quite a lot of the other ones, which is giving you something new to play with. But if you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.